Hello everyone. On one side, Narendra Modi is trying to make a free trade agreement with European Union. On the other side, starting from Jan 1st of 2026, European Union has imposed one such type of tax which is completely bringing us a new concept called decarbonization divide. And I am discussing the topic of carbon border adjustment mechanism, which started its implementation starting from Jan 1st of 2026, where the European Union has imposed tariffs based on the amount of carbon emissions manufacturing of steel products. So Belgium, Spain, these countries are major importers of our steel products, and if at all the European Union has imposed tariffs based on the carbon emissions, our exports to European Union becomes much costlier at the time when US has imposed more sanctions upon India and more tariffs upon India to the extent of 500%, and when the President of United States, the POTUS, Donald Trump, is actually looking at deglobalization arena and the protectionism arena. On one side this is happening, and at the same point of time Narendra Modi and Jaishankar both are trying to make a free trade agreement with European Union, where they want to integrate India's economy more with the European Union economy so that it can reduce its dependence from United States and increase its exports to the European Union. Why Modi is actually doing this? Because the temperamental mindset of Donald Trump cannot be estimated by any country, let alone India. When India have a stabilized partner in the West, which includes France, which is a time-tested partner of India, and when Germany is with India, which is increasing its defense armory and defense investment in the recent times, then US would not dare in order to impose more and more tariffs upon India, because it is the US which will be getting affected if India shifts its trade from the US to European Union. Literally, India has increased its trade talks with the European Union in the speed of 5 Mach and above, in a hypersonic speed, so that it can make an agreement with the European Union, as it actually completed the trade agreement with the England, where UK and India have actually finalized the free trade agreement in May 2025. And at the same point of time, India is also looking at the free trade agreement with European Free Trade Association, where the Scandinavian countries are a part of it. So it means that India is giving much importance to the European Union as a major country, where India wants to expand its trade and India wants to diversify its trade from the United States to the European Union, where its dependence on the United States and its impulsive behavior can be restricted, so that the stabilized economy can be brought in India's economy. So you need to understand how this economy is linked with the geopolitics, and where the new concept called decarbonization divide in the context of carbon border adjustment mechanism has came into the picture. Right. What is decarbonization divide? You all know that European Union has imposed carbon border adjustment mechanism tariffs upon India. If you see the historical context, it is the West, particularly the England and other Western countries, which are major emitters, which are major carbon emitters, whereas India, which is currently developing and at the rate of 8.2 real GDP, now it is it does not have so many per capita emissions, but at the same point of time, when European Union has reduced its emissions by implementing certain technological measures, India could not implement such measures because of the unavailability of the adaptability of technology. So there is a divide between the technological availability in the European Union and at the same point of time in India, in the manufacturing of steel products. So if you see the decarbonization divide, there is a huge divide between European Union and India. In this context, if European Union has imposed high tariffs upon India based on its carbon dioxide emissions, through carbon border adjustment mechanism levy, it is somewhat discriminatory in nature. Why India is not speaking on this? Because India does not want a two-front war with United States as well as European Union. That's why it is coming in a different direction, where India is actually trying to close the free trade agreement with European Union, where all these different types of tariffs can be avoided and trade can be increased without any restrictions, whether it is from European Union, and at the same point of time European Union, that includes the France and Germany, have a huge market in India. The consumption, where the consumption economy of India can be increased from 61% to 70%. And also the production economy of the European Union can also be increased by increasing exports to India. On a tight rope, where it is not speaking on carbon border adjustment mechanism levy, but at the same point of time it is initiating the free trade agreement talks with and they are finalizing the free trade agreement talks with European Union, where Narendra Modi himself is getting involved in the free trade agreement. So it is getting interesting. And what are your thoughts on it? Just do let me know in the comments. Thank you.